RuneScape Dragonwilds just dropped its largest update yet, and if you guys thought you were done with Ashenfall, well, think again. We just got a brand new region, new bosses, new gear tiers, a brand new mount, a boss rush mode, and enough in-game progression to keep people busy for weeks. So let's jump straight into what actually matters. The headline feature is obviously the brand new Umbral Sands region. This isn't just another biome slapped onto the map, it's an entire desert zone inspired by classic RuneScape, Kafarian Desert. But surviving here isn't as simple as showing up with your best gear. We now have environmental challenges, including Sun Scorch, which rapidly drains your hydration if you are exposed to it too long, meaning that shelter, shade, and planning your adventure around the time of day suddenly matters a whole lot more. And this update finally gives Dragonwilds players in-game content that they've been asking for. Introducing the Fight Cave. The Fight Cave has officially been added to RuneScape Dragonwilds. You can complete the new questline, battle through the cave, and you'll eventually face Fuzan, the new dragon general. But Fuzan isn't the only major boss that we are getting. We're also getting the Cow Fight Queen, Red Dragons, Toxzil, and several new mini-bosses scattered throughout the desert. And if that isn't enough, we have the Nightmare Crucible. The Nightmare Crucible, in my opinion, might be the sleeper hit here of the update. This is basically Dragonwild's take on the first real boss rush mode in the game. You'll discover special engrams and keys throughout Umbral Sands that will unlock access to the Crucible. Once inside, you'll face increasingly brutal encounters and earn what they're calling Ascension Cores. And these Ascension Cores are going to become extremely important not only right now for boosting your stats and such, but also in preparation for Scorned Wilderness update that is dropping later this year. So if you're thinking long-term progression, this is going to be the first type of content that you absolutely do not want to be sleeping on and grinding as early as you possibly can in preparation for a future update, basically the raid going in to kill Coldra herself. Not only a brand new region, but also progression got a massive expansion as well. The Adamant gear tier has finally arrived, and we've got new Adamant tools, weapons, shields, ammunition, and crafting progression. This is basically the next major equipment step for a lot of players. And on top of that, we're getting the Infinity Robes, Red Dragon Hide armor, and 4 entirely new Vestige sets: Lunar Guru, Desert Robes, Cow Fight Kara Plays, and Obsidian. So meaning every new combat style gets something new to chase. And one of the biggest progression changes here are something that players have been asking for since day one of the game launching. Mining and Woodcutting now fully expanded all the way to level 99. We're getting new perks, new spells, new storage buildings, and new progression rewards. Some quick highlights are the Divine Rock spell, the Trunk Totem spell, Ore and Stone storage, Lumber storage, the Lumber backpack, and weight reduction perks for wood and ore. And honestly, the Lumber backpack alone is going to be a must-have here for builders. And speaking on building, that brings us to a new building set, the Cardian. Now again, this is going to be a more desert-themed, set as you would expect. It looks absolutely awesome with a bunch of different awnings and different building sets more related to like sandstone compared to the castle build we have in the game. And that's not all. When it comes to the crafting benches, they're actually completely reworking them. They're adding some new ones, and basically everybody that logs in, your crafting benches will be destroyed. The materials should be there for you to pick up, but you will now have some new benches to place down. That includes the Blacksmith bench for tools and melee weapons. The Fletching bench will be for all ranged weaponry. We have the Mystic Forge, which will be for magic weapons and Vestige items. We have the Armor bench, will complete all armor sets, and the Ore and Stone storage, which is unlocked via mining level 59, and last but certainly not least, the Lumber storage, which will be unlocked at Woodcutting 59. And on top of them reworking all of the crafting benches and even adding new ones, they've also reworked how food buffs, and potions work hand in hand. They've also removed all of the Wardstone activity in the game, and now there's going to be more focus around health, so it's definitely going to feel like a brand new game going into the update. And of course, if you have seen the trailer here for Umbral Sands, we're also getting our second new mount added into the game, and this one is the Magic Carpet that you can fly across the sands in even quicksand. And let's be honest here, rolling around on a magic carpet in a giant open desert is about as perfect as it actually gets here for our second mount. This update also pushes the main story forward. We're going to be working alongside the Moon Guru tribes and receiving guidance from Ichalaran himself, the jackal-headed god of the underworld. For RuneScape lore fans, this is a pretty huge deal, and completing these quests will unlock unlock resources, cosmetics, rewards, and eventually access to some of the update's biggest content. And on top of the new content and quest progression, we've also got a ton of quality of life stuff. We've got character recustomization, a brand new UI, a brand new spell book, a brand new skill menu. We have a mount menu now, spell wheels. We've got better jumping across the board here. You should now be able to jump over those small little walls that you're constantly being stuck on. They have added in traders all across Ashenfall, not just in the new Umbral Sands region. They've added new benches to give us tier 4 potions. They've increased all stack sizes of items now up to 99, which is an absolute, dude, chef's kiss. And last but certainly not least, they have added Steam achievements now here for RuneScape Dragonwilds. And honestly, a lot of these changes make it feel much closer to what they expect Dragonwilds to feel like at its full release later this year. So overall, this isn't just a simple content patch. I do feel like this is a strong indicator here of what we can expect from Dragonwilds' future in-game content. We've got a new region, new gear tiers, new bosses and mini-bosses, the fight cave for the fire cape, and additionally here we have a brand new in-game repeatable mode, the Nightmare Crucible, that is going to just basically add a ton of replay value that it will reward exclusive rewards. Now, if you will excuse me here, I've got a desert to explore.